What's up, guys? This is former Springbok and Rugby World Cup winner Brian Havana. You're watching Gareth Mason on Walking Tall with G-Man.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. It's predictions time for round 4 of the Rugby World Cup. Hey, it's an all-important final round until we hit that quarter-final stage. Can't believe it's gone so fast. We are in the middle of the Rugby World Cup and we're getting to the final stages. Absolutely brilliant and heartbreaking at the same time. We're kicking off tomorrow, because this is recorded on Monday, with South Africa versus Canada. I'm expecting big things. I like the team that Russia has selected. Glad to see Nkosi back in the mix. Very curious to see Damian Villiers make his debut. I'm looking forward to seeing the Springbok team. I think we're gonna surprise and we're gonna pretty much dominate this one. I'm expecting big results, big points on the board, and I wanted to see lots of tries. Sorry, Canada, but I just want to see the Springboks dominate and just end off this final phase of the Rugby World Cup on a great note, just to get that last bit of confidence boost that we need to go forward. So South Africa to win convincingly by probably over 50 points, I'm hoping. Next up, we got Argentina taking on USA. This is on Wednesday, final game for these guys as well. Argentina, it's not been a World Cup for them, losing to England and France, unfortunately, kicking them out of getting to the quarterfinal stage. They'll end probably, definitely third on their log, but valiant effort, and they'll want to end off on a good note against America. America is a tough little nation. They can definitely, well, they're not a little, but little rugby nation, we could say. They'll definitely put up a fight and show what they're made of, and try and cause a few headaches here and there for Argentina. But it should be a cracking game of rugby, and I'm hoping to see a lot of running play. But Argentina should convincingly win that one. But hey, it's Rugby World Cup. We could see an upset. But I'm going Argentina to win. Scotland take on Russia also on Wednesday in a big win, must-win game for Scotland. Obviously, we're looking at Japan straight through. Scotland really need to destroy Japan, destroy Russia if they want any chance of getting through, but it's not looking likely, unfortunately, unless Ireland lose their last game, which again is looking unlikely. But yeah, Scotland should beat Russia convincingly. I would expect nothing less than a bonus point victory for them. They need it, so it will be an interesting one to witness, but Scotland should win that convincingly. Ooh, lots of points in my opinion. Wales take on Fiji. This should be an interesting game. Wales are looking great, on great form, playing a lot of heart, soul, great rugby. Players performing well. Fiji coming off a great win this past week against Georgia, so they will be definitely a confidence boost. And they will also want to end off on the World Cup on a good note, a solid note, get some points on the board if they can. But Wales for me are just too strong at the moment. I just don't see them Fiji causing an upset over Wales. I just see them at one extra bit ahead of them and should pick up a victory for them over there. So I'm going Wales to win this one. Points wise, could be tough, but I'd say over 30 maybe. Wales victory definitely for them. They're a great nation and they're looking on form. Then we go to Friday. We take another day off, and then we go to Australia versus Georgia. Aussie's last game as well. Again, a pretty predictable one, this one. I do not see Georgia causing an upset, especially after their drumming that they got from Fiji. I do expect Australia to want to end off again on a bonus point win. Test a few players out before we get to quarterfinal stage. They don't have an easy run, so it's going to be a big game for them. So yeah, I'm expecting Australia to also dominate that game, also over 30 points least. I'm expecting that for them. New Zealand, Italy, Saturday, very early in the morning, South African time. But hey, this could be a nice little game to watch. I hope Italy give a little headache or two. But no ways that they're going to beat New Zealand, in my opinion. The All Blacks are just on another level. They're playing around with so many different options, testing out the players, who's going to go where. They're just having fun at the moment, and I'm going to want to also end off on a solid note. So I see them beating the Italians solidly by keepers over 40 points maybe. Not maybe, actually, definitely. Probably over 50. Should be a good game at the start, but New Zealand will walk away with it. Hopefully, the discipline of the Italians is better. England versus France. It's probably the game of the round, we can say. A lot on the line. Obviously, France are through, but there's a lot of talk of who goes where. The winner gets the top of the log. Winner faces the mighty All Blacks. So a lot on the line. I saw a meme today of Eddie Jones talking to Farrell saying, okay, let's lose this one against France so they play the All Blacks kind of thing. But I just don't see that happening. Well, I don't know. France are a tough team. They're hard to predict in a World Cup. They have a lot of heart and movement forward, but I just see England as on another level opposed to France. They're not the France rugby team that we know of the past. It's just a different team, and we could see it against Tonga. It wasn't very exciting. So for me, I'm expecting England to pick up a good solid win. I won't say drumming, but they should pick up a fair win, yeah. Then we're going to a very important game for Ireland, taking on Samoa. Obviously, Ireland will go in with confidence to win that game because it is against Samoa. But one thing I'd be nervous from an Irish point of view is Samoa hurting the players. They are tough tacklers. They are vicious with certain aspects of the game. So I hope, for Ireland's sake, they don't have too many injuries going into the all-important quarter-final against either South Africa or who else is in our log, or New Zealand. But should be an interesting one. Could be exciting to watch. I think Samoa will go on the attack at the start, but Ireland should win that one convincingly, in my opinion. Namibia, Canada. This is going to be an interesting game. The wooden spooners of the Rugby World Cup. Canada obviously really going through a bit of tough time. Namibia having their moments of sparks, but also haven't had the greatest. So that both teams will be desperate for a win so they can end off and not be bottom of the lot there. I'm backing Namibia as Southern Hemisphere. They're next door neighbours to South Africa. They've got a nice little team on them, and I think they could beat Canada solidly. Should be an interesting game, but Namibia for me there. USA take on Tonga. Again, another one, tough to predict. But I'm going to go USA on this one. Tonga can definitely do it. They're a powerful little Pacific Island team, especially with what they did to France. But I think the USA might just put them on this. But again, don't get me wrong, because Tonga are flipping good too. That could cause an upset. Wales versus Uruguay. Again, Wales are looking great. They're looking sharp. They're going to want to end off top of the log. So for me, all-important win for Wales by solidly 40 points or more. Bonus point, and then they might relax a bit, but definite Wales win there. Then the final game of the round, before we get to the knockout stages, is Japan versus Scotland. Actually, I take that back. This could be the game of the round because there's a lot riding on this game. If Scotland want any opportunity of getting into a quarterfinal, they need to beat Japan convincingly. If Japan want a chance to really end off at the top of the log and meet South Africa in the quarterfinals, then they need to win. So this is going to be a freaking good game to watch. A lot on the line for both teams, a lot of expectation for both teams. Both needing to win and end on a good, fair enough note, but it's not going to be easy. And as much as I love both teams, and Scotland are in my blood, my dad's born there, I just think Japan might just get it. They're looking sharp this year. Yeah, Samoa wasn't that hot, but they're going to know the passion coming out of this. They're going to know what's on the line for them against Scotland. So I think Japan might just steal it at the end there. But again, if Scotland win solidly and get through, I'm happy for them as well. But I just don't see that. I think Japan might just have this one in the bag for them. But just, it's going to be close. That's going to do it for the final round predictions before we get to the all-important quarterfinals and semi-finals of the Rugby World Cup. I'm going to try and stream on the weekend, definitely Japan versus Scotland and England-France. We'll see what we can do there. It's just been hectic recently, but we'll get up and back into the streams. So yeah, let me know your predictions in the comment section down below. Who do you think is going to win? Who's going to be the upset of the week? And yeah, all the best to all the teams in this final week of the group stages. It's going to be epic. Excited to see what happens. Thanks so much for watching, guys. As usual, stay safe and never give up. Cheers.
Subscribe to his channel for more rugby content. You won't regret it. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.